Welcome to our roleplayer's first impressions of Banishers, Shadows of New Eden. I'm using roleplayers as a descriptor, not to elevate myself, but because I've been playing role-playing games, both pen and paper and video games, for more than 3 decades. I want you to understand the perspective from which my opinions stem. Banishers, Shadows of New Eden was released on February the 12th. Developed by Don't Nod and published by Focus Entertainment. You might recognize the developers from titles such as Life is Strange and Vampire, among others. Let's start with the story. I apologize for the early spoiler, but it's pivotal to the narrative and unfolds almost immediately in the prologue, significantly shaping the entire gameplay. Antea Duarte and Red McWraith are two Banishers, ghost hunters from the late 17th century. Red, a former Scottish soldier, is Antea's apprentice, and they share a romantic bond. They've been summoned to New England by their friend and former mentor, Charles Davenport, to confront a particularly dangerous ghost wreaking havoc on the town. Their voyage is prolonged due to inclement weather, and upon arriving in New Eden, they find Charles dead. He had grown impatient and attempted to banish the ghost himself, resulting in his demise. Antea and Red, now in town, attempt to banish the ghost but are defeated, with Antea losing her life in the process. Red, thrown into the cold ocean, is rescued by a witch's apprentice. Even with the proximity to Boston and Salem, such help wasn't expected. Red soon encounters Antea's spirit, a banisher now turned ghost. Together, they traverse 17th century colonial New England, intent on returning to New Eden to confront the formidable ghost once more, in hopes of retrieving Antea's body and either restoring her to life or allowing her to ascend and find peace. Throughout this journey, Red and Antea's power grow stronger, preparing themselves for the impending encounter with the nightmare. Alongside the main storyline, you'll encounter secondary missions known as hunting cases during your journey. These entail encountering individuals or places haunted by ghosts, investigating the situation, and ultimately deciding on a course of action, banishing the ghost, allowing them to ascend, or even assigning blame to the living, resulting in their demise. What's particularly intriguing is that to resurrect Antea, you require the vitality of the living. This means that to bring your loved one back to life, you'll need to eliminate a significant number of people. Conversely, ascending or banishing the ghost will aid Antea in achieving her own ascension. From the outset, the game establishes a morality system reminiscent of Dishonored. Your actions will shape the ending and determine Antea's fate, presenting moral dilemmas that require careful consideration before making decisions. Reminiscent of God of War to some extent, while playing, you'll find yourself navigating a map that isn't entirely open, but rather divided into regions, with hidden loading screens appearing when you traverse narrow passages. It's a design choice that I personally appreciate because it maintains immersion. One of the most captivating aspects of the game, in my experience so far, is its immersive quality. The world is stunning, inviting exploration, with resources scattered throughout, hidden treasures awaiting discovery. Certain areas of the map will unlock as you progress and acquire new traversal methods. Also, Antea's ghost is able to unlock different types of interactions with the world, precluded to Red. You'll utilize resources to upgrade your equipment at fire camps, which serve as resting places where you can level up, enhance your gear, replenish healing potions, and fast travel. Enemies and resources will respawn during your rest periods. To be a AA game, Banishers is stunning. The world is visually captivating, and the two main characters are exceptionally well animated and voice acted. While the voice acting maintains a consistently high standard across the various characters, facial animations on side characters can appear somewhat stiff. This likely suggests that the studio allocated the majority of their resources towards developing the two main characters, a decision that I personally endorse.
Where's Charles?
I have the impression that combat may not be the game's strongest aspect. It's not bad by any means, but it feels like it's at an okay level compared to the exceptional narrative, setting, and voice acting. Alongside the typical mechanics such as strong attacks, light attacks, dodges, and parries, Banishers introduces an intriguing concept: the ability to alternate between Red and Antea's ghost during combat depending on the situation, giving them different types of attacks usable against different types of enemies. While not entirely original, this mechanic is well integrated into the combat system, offering a fluid switching experience and providing additional tactical depth. As you progress through combat encounters and solve cases, you earn experience points to level up. These points can be spent on upgrading your attacks or unlocking new abilities for both Red and Antea, utilizing a combined skill tree. So, mechanically speaking, you don't play two different characters. You play a single entity formed by two people, one alive, one ghost. I find it quite romantic if you think about it. For a first impression video, this has turned into quite a lengthy discussion. Nonetheless, I'm thoroughly immersed in the game, particularly captivated by its atmosphere and the dynamic between the two main characters. It seems that Banishers is shaping up to be more than just an action-packed occult adventure. It's also delving into the depths of a profound love story. It raises questions about the length one would go for love, which feels fitting for Valentine's Day. Take care everyone, until next time, goodbye.